Imagine living in a time where rumor, strange behavior, and being different could get you killed. There was no real evidence, no fair trial, just accusation, fear, and silence. This is what happened during the witch hunt. Now, many of us have thought that this kind of ritual had long gone vanished from our society. However, that is not the case. It still exists, but just in a different form. Instead of having torches and trials, we now have social media, group chat, and comment section. This new version is called cyberbullying. In the, During the witch hunt, many people were targeted because they stood out differently. They were often from women, poor people, and those who were misunderstood. Once a person has been labeled as the witch, it is almost impossible for them to change people's minds because once because they believe what was popular, not what was the truth. Now, think about cyberbullying. A post can be spread fast in seconds. A small joke can turn into a public embarrassment. A lie can spread a lie can be shared many times before the truth is even heard. This is just like in the past, where people joined in not because they knew what was the truth, but rather because the majority of them do so. Our technology has changed a lot, but our behavioral hasn't. Cyberbullying can affect a lot of people of all ages, especially for those who are in teenagers, because they are the most aware and they are the most aware of social media. It can lower your confidence, it can affect mental health, or even in the worst scenario, it could even lead to a suicide attempt, causing many individuals to lose their precious life because the internet told them to do so. Hurtful words online can be as hurt as spoken face to face, or even worse, because it felt non-stop and it's public. So, what can we do about all of this madness? Well, first of all, we need to choose empathy instead of trying to judge others. When we want to say something or post something online, we need to make sure about it and think twice. How would I feel if this comment is directed to me? Would I say this in real life? Second, we need to stand up, speak for it instead of being silent. Because silence can allow continue to because silence can allow bullying to continue. In the past, many people knew that most, not most, but all of those accusations were wrong, but were just afraid to say anything. But now, it's different. We can report hateful comments, stand up for ourselves, and support the others. Third, education is important. When we knew how serious cyberbullying can be, we are most likely to stop doing it. Now, school, families, and all communities have all the same roles in teaching responsible and respectful in online behavior. And lastly, we need to support those who are facing with bullying. If we happen to observe someone who is being harassed at the moment, a kind message, listening to them, or even encouraging them to seek for help can make a big difference. Because sometimes A kind voice can stand up against many hateful ones. History shows us what would happen if we allow fears and cruelty to grow, and the history of witch hunt reminds us of how dangerous rumor and unchecked hatred. Now I know we cannot change the past, but we can learn from it by choosing empathy, encouragement, and responsibility. We could make sure that the history does not repeat itself online. Let us be the generation that stands up, stands together, and treat others with kind and respect. Before I leave, let me rephrase a quote from a well-known figures about bullying. It goes like this: I would rather be a nobody than being evil to somebody. This statement was made by Abraham Lincoln, one of the former presidents of the United States of America. That's all from me, folks. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to have a good one.